Hello, everybody. My name is Bob Pelton, and I will be conducting a discussion, and I will be observing and taking notes. We invited you all to provide your opinions about energy drinks. I will ask several open questions. Your personal opinions and views are very important to us. There are no right or wrong answers. Please feel welcome to express yourself freely during the discussion. As a forewarning, this conversation will be recorded on tape. This is only for the purpose of a class project. Only I will listen to the tape. No names or personal information will be used in the report. Okay, let's start by introducing ourselves. I'm Robert Pelton. I'm the interviewer, and I'm here with Matt Del Duca, who is the interviewee. Now that we have all introduced ourselves, I will start with the first question. I will then ask you to respond to each question after. Matt, how familiar are you with the product?
I'm very familiar with the product.
What is your overall impression of energy?
I think that energy drinks are relatively good for you. Or relatively good.
Okay. Overall, how satisfied are you with the currently available energy drinks?
I'm moderately satisfied.
Okay, on one being not at all satisfied and 7 being extremely satisfied.
A 3.
Are there specific brands of energy drinks that you like most?
Red Bull and Monster.
Why do you think that is?
Because I think I see them the most in the media that way, therefore I buy them the most.
Okay. Which brands do you like the least?
Rockstar.
Why is that?
I had it one time and I had a bad experience with it.
What specific features of currently available energy drinks impressed you?
That they will give you a lot of energy and you'll feel inspired to do something.
What features of currently available energy drinks disappointed you?
That they might be high, that they might be full of stuff that's not the best for you. Might be unhealthy.
What features of currently available energy drinks disappointed you? That's what we just asked. What, if anything, do you find frustrating or unappealing about currently available energy drinks?
Some of the branding.
What about the branding?
It could appear to too much of a niche market, like action sports, where I think sometimes people could use it as a replacement for coffee.
Okay. What are the occasions when you consume energy drinks?
When I'm very low on energy, when I'm tired, and need a quick pick-me-up.
Okay, and on those occasions when an energy drink isn't in your reach, what would you reach for?
A coffee.
Okay. How likely would you be to recommend an energy drink to a family member or friend? 1 being very unlikely and 7 being very likely.
A 2.
If you would recommend an energy drink, what would you say to convince your best friend to purchase one?
It will give you a jolt of energy and wake you up.
If you would not recommend an energy drink to a friend, what would you say to convince them not to buy?
They're too high in caffeine and they're bad for you.
All right, and lastly, what words would you use to describe your ideal energy drink? What specific features do you consider to be most important in your ideal energy drink?
The caffeine content, make sure it's at an appropriate amount, and make sure it's not too fizzy and carbonated.
Okay, do you have anything else to add?
No.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Mike Driscoll. I asked you here to provide your opinion on energy drinks. I will be asking you several open questions. Your personal opinions and view are very important to us. There are no right or wrong answers. Please feel free to express yourself freely during the discussion. This conversation will be recorded through my phone. This is only for purpose of a class project. Only I will listen to the tape. No names or personal information will be used in the report. How familiar are you with energy drinks? Extremely, somewhat, or not familiar at all?
Extremely familiar.
What is your impression of energy drinks?
I think they're good for certain scenarios, but I don't see myself as a daily energy drink consumer.
Why is that?
That's a good question, Mike.
Do you think they have negative connotations?
I think they definitely have negative connotations. People have heart problems from energy drinks and assume they're just full of caffeine and sugar. So there's definitely a negative connotation there.
Overall, how satisfied are you with currently available energy drinks on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being unsatisfied, 10 being extremely satisfied?
I'd give it like a 7. There's a pretty wide range of options. It seems like you can get a big Monster can, a smaller Red Bull can, or a 5-hour energy shot. So there's definitely a lot of ways to drink an energy drink.
Are there specific brands of energy drinks that you like the most?
Red Bull, I definitely like the most just because of the taste, and it's got the same amount of energy pop as a Monster, even though Monster is huge, usually like 16 ounces. You can drink like an 8-ounce Red Bull. So that's what I prefer.
Do you have a least favorite brand?
Honestly, Monster, just because of the taste and the connotation that drinking a Monster comes with.
Okay. What specific features of currently available drinks impressed you? So you mentioned with Red Bull, like taste and size is a factor. Is there anything else that comes to mind?
Definitely size, but then the Red Bull brand, I guess, is pretty cool with all their social media stuff and sponsoring sports and all that stuff. So the brand image of it is pretty good as well.
Do you think you would consider drinking other energy drinks if they marketed more heavily to people? Because Red Bull has, at least I've seen many more campaigns than that of, say, Monster or NOS.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think marketing is a huge part of it, and I think Monster and NOS probably haven't done a very good job of marketing themselves to people other than like extreme sports people or skateboarders and all that stuff. So I think a marketing campaign kind of targeting, everyday people is helpful.
What do you find most unappealing about current available energy drinks?
Most unappealing. The crash, I'd say. Most energy drinks I've had make you feel pretty good for a decent amount of time, and then all of a sudden you're just even more tired than before, and it seems like the only fix is either to go to bed or drink another one.
What are the occasions when you consume energy drinks?
Long road trips, sometimes before going out for late nights if I'm tired. Pretty much any time I have to stay awake for long periods of time or stay up super late.
On those occasions when an energy drink was not available, is there a different similar product that you consumed?
Yeah, I've had high energy or high caffeine tea before. That's really good and gives a nice boost. And then obviously coffee, but I'm not a coffee fan.
Does the tea have a similar come down afterwards?
No, I don't think so. Not as much. I guess it's not as potent or aggressive as an energy drink would be.
Mhm.
It's more level.
How likely would you be to recommend an energy drink to a family member or friend? 1 being very unlikely, 7 being very likely.
Probably a 2. I don't think I'd really recommend it, except for those scenarios where you're driving a long time or you need to stay up late. I think getting in the habit of drinking an energy drink every day to wake up or something like that is probably not a good idea.
Assume you would recommend an energy drink. What would you say to convince your best friend to purchase said drink?
Well, I'd recommend Red Bull, and I'd say it's only 8 ounces, and I think it's the best tasting one, so I would drink that one.
What words would you use to describe your ideal energy drink?
Small size, variety of flavors, good tasting, smaller crash, like less of a crash, I guess.
Okay. What words would you describe, what specific features do you consider to be most important in an energy drink?
Taste, effectiveness, if it actually does its job and keeps me alert for a certain amount of time, and then the crash be the most important features. And they could be the size of Monsters if they really tasted good, I guess, but sometimes you don't really want like a 24-ounce drink or 16-ounce drink, so different sizes.
Do you think you would be more open to branching out to energy drinks other than Red Bull if there were drinks out there that provided more options for flavors or at least better taste?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I like the Red Bull brand, but I'm not attached to it by any means. If there's a product that tastes better and gets the job done, then I'd be all for that.
What do you think can be fixed to improve energy drinks as a brand?
I think it's already being done a little bit. 5 Hour Energy's been trying to market themselves as more of a, not daily thing, but more often than say an energy drink. They have their commercials where they target a busy mother or someone busy at work or something like that, and just drinking a 5 Hour Energy. So trying to make it more a part of everyday life rather than just something you need every once in a while, or if you're in extreme sports or something, is a good idea for all of them.
Going back to earlier when I asked you to assume you were going to recommend a drink to a friend, what would you say to them to convince them not to buy an energy drink?
I'd say it tastes terrible, and the crash is bad, and I get jittery from it. I don't know. I guess that'd be.
Do you know anyone in your close circle in your life that does consume energy drinks regularly?
No, I really don't. It's really just certain times and certain scenarios. I don't know anyone who drinks it every day or even regularly.
Okay, I think that's all I have for you. Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.